Hello, all, and welcome to a Thursday night beer review. So, yeah, not a usual day, and that is because on Saturday I have to get up early in order to do voluntary overtime. Um, yeah, it's technically voluntary, but I owe I owe some favors. So, yeah, and it's not going to be just that, and it's going to be throughout the month of August that I'm going to be doing kind of a lot of overtime. And so this is probably going to be the last review that I do for a while. Um, because besides the overtime, I'm also the health issues have kind of like flared up again, and this time a little bit more scarily because I'm actually going to a doctor to actually see some about it, and what they're talking about is a little bit scary to me, and I don't really want to go into the details of it. Suffice to say, I may actually end up having to go and quit drinking alcohol, stop drinking caffeine as well, stop smoking, and probably also cut back a lot on my sugar and sodium. And it's kind of disconcerting, like that these kinds of things are happening before I even hit 50, but sometimes it's just shit luck of the genetic draw. But yeah, enough about my worries and cares because there are so many people out there, and I know some of them who are doing even, you know, worse than I and being much of better, much greater cheer than I am. So let's just go and do that beer review and savor these last few beers with you, possibly last few beers. So, what are we reviewing? We are reviewing something from Hana. This is a Kolsch style ale called Kickback Kolsch. And there are a lot of Kolsches called Kickback Kolsch. Seems to be a very popular name for Kolsches and microbreweries. So yeah, this is 5.0 ABV, and let's go and read the back here. Take a chill pill. I kind of do, actually. Sometimes you need to kick back, relax, and enjoy the little things. This German lager-like beer originated in the Cologne region of Germany. Crisp and robust, this style is best consumed ice cold in a tall, skinny glass. For this take on the style, we kept things pretty tradish. All German Pilsner malt, with some being extra pale. Sapphire, Sapphire? Or is that Sapphire? And Tettnanger hops for that floral bouquet, and traditional Kolschis to keep it crisp. What are you waiting for? Grab a chair, throw your feet up, lay back, and kick back with some tasty Kolsch. Prost. Well, yeah. So without much further ado, let's just get this open. Oh, yeah, I'm kind of overdoing it here. A little bit. Let's not be hasty. Oh, yeah. Now that's a classic Kolsch color. Pale yellow, clear, nicely carbonated, with a fizzy to frothy white head. Oh, yeah. Got those floral hops, whetstone minerality, nice juiciness that is attracting the gnats. Yeah, so kind of like apple or pear notes. Maybe a little bit of white wine as well. Like a German white wine, almost like a Riesling like note there. And a crackery malt base underneath that. Yeah. All right, let's just get this on the palate while it's still cold. Mm. Yeah, definitely crisp and refreshing. Up front, got some noble hop bitterness. Keeps it very clean. This sort of slightly sweet juiciness that mixes with that bitterness in the front to mids. Like apple juice or pear juice, very clean, light juiciness, very subtle. Followed by a light maltiness in the mids. And an exceedingly clean finish. It's just like a top note of some maltiness there in the finish. While it's on the palate, though, definitely those noble hops are that top note. Some nice biting carbonation up front. And also a very, very subtle and slight woodiness in the mid to finish. It's kind of also on the palate in the long finish. Yeah. Pretty good, I have to say. I can say this is can also pretty much tell that this one would be pretty delicate too. I don't think it would keep long in the keep long in storage. Definitely one of those best consumed fresh. Feels lighter than 5.0. Yeah. And of course, after the review is done, I got myself some of my favorite, uh, beer snacks here. I love Gardettos. It just goes so well with beer. I'm not going to eat the entire bag. It's probably only going to be about a third or half of the bag, and I'll save the rest for when I want to snack on something later. This is a dang fine Kolsch style ale. I mean, it's nothing complex or amazing, but it hits all the style marks fairly well. Um, my only desire is my only criticism is as a wee bit watery, which the style should be fairly light. It's just a wee bit watery, like a little bit more taste intensity there. Um, that said, it doesn't. It that's me being nitpicky. Other than that, an excellent example of a rather difficult style to get all the hallmarks on. I don't know why Kolsch is such a hard style to get hallmarks on. Well, all the lighter lagers kind of are. There's, it's just such narrow style guidelines, and there's nothing to hide behind if you go and mess it up. Mm. Yeah, that's a dang fine beer, guys. Because I haven't drank anything all week, it's hitting me a little bit harder than usual. So yeah, kickback Kolsch from Hana. If you're in Hawaii, and you should see this on the shelf because I've been told it's only been in release for like the past month or so it should still be on the shelf. Definitely give this one a shot. And that, folks, is your beer review for this evening. Still done pretty early, not even 8:45 yet. Roust. And I don't know when I'll next see you, but I'll see you guys when I see you, because you guys are important to me. I'm not just saying that, you really are. You guys, basically, this channel and feeding birds is what keeps me going. So, thank you. And roust.